gonna have to do this? Yep. Always with it. Always with the damn speakers. You know what? I forgot I had my headphones muted. I do it every single time. How are you fine folks doing tonight? Let's just skip those tonight. How about that? Sorry for shitty camera quality. I've got a new camera coming on the way. Bought one for Christmas, so we'll have actual webcam quality footage instead of this nastiness. How's everybody there doing tonight? We got any watchers tonight? Probably not. That's okay. Oh, I know, I hear ya. It's because my husband's watching Hulu back in the bedroom, I think. So, figured to hop on tonight, have a chat. Yes, that was my leg. Have a chat tonight and, you know, have a few drinks, ring in the new year, and just have a talk for a little bit. Catch up. We've got the girlies wine tonight. We've got Moscatos. Oh. So a couple of things going on. Tomorrow I start, actually technically in an hour, but I'll do it tomorrow morning. I start my 365 a day project, which is, I was going to do it as a vlog, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'd be able to keep up with that. It's going to be on my Instagram, I think. It'll be basically what it is it's a picture a day, in view, look into my life, any picture a day, just anything really, generally. Like I said, it was originally going to be a vlog, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't think I'd keep up with it. And yes, I still have my Christmas tree up. I don't think I'd keep up with that. So, you know. Nobody chatting tonight, so that's okay. So, you know, going forward with the channel here, probably doing some more live streams, using a new program. Normally I live stream on Facebook. I'd like to start to live stream on YouTube here more. A giveaway. I do have a giveaway coming up for the November Zobi Gamer Box. So if you missed out on that box, you want to get in on that. I'll be setting that up sometime soon. Let's see. What else? What else did I want to talk about tonight? Just a general state of the channel, you know. I thank each and every one of you, 87 subscribers there. It's kind of weird to me, awe-inspiring really, that 87 people chose to subscribe to me. You know, it's weird in a good way. I'm painfully shy, so, you know, having 87 people who decide they want to subscribe to me is kind of, you know, neat, really. I know I'm not the most interesting of persons, or, you know, I don't have this big, wild personality and stuff. I'm actually painfully shy. So it's shocking because those of you who know me from the Zobi community know that I am very much not shy. But if you'd ever actually meet me in real life, you'd know that I was really shy. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try and do some more gaming streams. Just just general diversify stuff in general. I already do the unboxing stuff, and I enjoy that. I have a lot of fun with those, but I want to do some more vlogs, and I want to do some more just general life stuff, updates, some more streams, some gaming streams. I know they're not the most popular things on my channel, but my whole entire channel has always been about stuff that I would enjoy, that I enjoy making. So it's not, I mean, obviously I make content for you, the viewer, but for me, this is a creative outlet. So that's why you'll find the fan edits on there. Well, you'll find the vlogs are a little bit more artsy fartsy stuff, and stuff like that, and just in general, um, you know, just in general stuff like that. Um, you know, it's kind of weird talking to yourself, so let's have some more drinks. It's kind of hard for me to do live streaming because I have a very, very small house. Extremely small, actually, too small for any sort of setup at all. Right now, I am streaming on a laptop with a shitty webcam. So I do have a better webcam coming. I do have a microphone coming because I know the audio is shit too. You work with what you got, So, and I don't make any money doing this. I wasn't. It's not real any real intention to make any money in for this, any donations or ad revenue. If I ever get that far, I doubt I ever will. It will just be sunk back into maintaining equipment and upgrading equipment and things like that. I don't ever want to try to make this a living. I'm not that good. I'm shit compared to like a lot of other people. Hmm. You know. So um yeah, this is just kind of a stream of conscious stream, just talking, chatting. I can't even I can't even I don't even have enough subscribe. YouTube is really, really weird with this stuff. I don't even have enough subscribers to stream on mobile. Like, I could give you guys a really good, clear, non-shitty picture and better audio if I could stream with my phone. But I can't stream with my phone. I don't have enough I don't even have enough subscribers for a name change. And man, I got into this game so late. I could have I could have been in on this solar. I've had this account since like 2006 and I just never utilized it. How shitty is that? Coming into 2000, I started really consciously doing this in 2000, spring of 2018. So it's been over a year, you know. Yeah, it's been over a year since I started doing this, and I've got about what I don't know, 60, 80 videos, something like that. I used to do a lot more, but kids and being broke, and I have a whole lot less money than I let on. Actually, no, that's not true. I just budget very well, because this is an expensive hobby. Um, collecting autographs and subscription boxes and stuff. It's an expensive hobby, and I get made fun of a lot on the Zobi community because I'm so damn cheap. But I gotta be. You know, um, everybody laughs at me because I hit up the quality control sales like a fiend. But you gotta at some point you gotta. You know, it's just yeah. But everybody out there have a good Christmas. Y'all having fun doing your New Year's Eve? I had an all right Christmas. It was, it was, it was okay. Um, I was by myself this year again. Again, my husband's a truck driver, so there's times when he's out for a month or more, and he's home now. He came home this morning, so he was out for a month or over a month, actually over a month, um, about a month and a week. Um, he went out Thanksgiving night and hasn't been back since this morning. So, and that's rough. That's rough. And people ask me all the time, "Hey, why don't you have a job?" Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom because of that schedule. There's been times where he's been out for 3-4 months at a time, you know, and that's hard. That's hard on a person. It's hard on him, and it's doubly hard on me. Um, we have two boys, and when he's gone for weeks and months at a time, that leaves 99.9% of all of it right here, so, and my kids are still young yet. They can't stay home by themselves and wait for me to come home from work. My God, that's a scary thought for that. One's 11 and the other is 7. And the 11-year-old is on the spectrum, so that just makes things even more complicated. So trying to find a job that fits in with that schedule, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. 2:30 actually, because they get home at 3:30. Yeah, right. I mean, I did have a part-time job last year, which is last spring into summer, which is why videos slowed way down, because I just had no time. I just did not have time for myself. I didn't have time for my family. Um, yeah, it was a bad time. I was a housekeeper for a very, very crappy hotel. I do not recommend staying there. It was bad. And there were days where I didn't get home until 5 o'clock. I started at 8:30. You know, it was 8:30. It was not good. It was only supposed to be a part-time position. I was working 6 days a week. It was only supposed to be for 20 hours a week, and here I was pulling almost double that, and I know people watching this are going to be like, oh, well, but my options for childcare are limited. So, I do this as a creative outlet, and yeah, so, you know, this is how I get, get my creative juices flowing and stuff. And yeah, because, I mean, I used to do this kind of stuff all the time, not the streaming stuff, but I actually have a degree in graphic design. I graduated. Oh, they're starting fireworks a little early at my place. Um, I graduated in 2001. No, 2002, excuse me, right before I met my husband. Um, I graduated in 2002. I have a degree in graphic design. And, I just, met my husband, marriage happened, kids happened right after that. It was just like, I did freelance work. I do some freelance work, but mostly I just, do it to amuse myself anymore. And, it is what it is, I'd like to get back into writing again. When I was younger, I did a lot of writing. I have actually several poetry awards that are in storage somewhere. All my stuff is in storage. I live in a 2-bedroom, one bathroom house, mobile home trailer. I have no room for anything. Almost all my shit is in storage. So I'm sitting. I do videos from my couch because I have nowhere else to do it. My camera is an 8-year-old. Okay, people think what they think because I have a lot of technology in my house that, oh wow, no, I make no money from YouTube. In fact, I lose money. I freaking lose money. It's terrible. I lose money. It's the worst. But you don't invest in it, you don't make anything, right? Um, so I lose money. All my equipment, except for a few things, is all secondhand. It's all secondhand. The majority of it actually came from when my father died. He was big into technology. He was a systems administrator, a security administrator, and excuse me. So he was up to date on all the latest stuff. He had Windows and MacBooks and all that shit. So I kept the grand majority of it, and he had and what I use to shoot my video camera videos on is a I want to say 2010 Handycam. Shit's old. I can't even live stream with it. Shit is old. The way I go about transferring files to it is crazy because it it takes a lot of work to get video off of it. It records in a dead format basically, so it's not very supported anymore. So I have to go through all kinds of crap to get it off the SD card and onto my laptop. So I don't. I have a lot of technology, but it's all secondhand. Almost every single bit of it. In fact, I don't even shoot with a damn regular tripod when I shoot my videos. I shoot again a metal. I think I've shown pictures of this on Instagram. My super 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 professional setup is a metal step stool with a bendy tripod wrapped around it. That is what I shoot on. I have I am not a professional by any means. Now the only, editing might be a little bit different. I did actually, well, no, not even that, because I taught myself Final Cut Pro X, which is very intuitive. It's really easy to learn. Well, I shouldn't say it's easy to learn. If you've never touched editing software before, I have. I used long, 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 long time ago Sony Vegas. Um, yeah. So it's for me, it was really intuitive. My husband broke that machine that had Final Cut Pro on it. It was my dad's machine, and he had bought it. So, you know, go me. So yeah, so I had so a lot of my earlier stuff, a lot of my stuff up until I want to say this fall was done on Final Cut Pro, and I will be going back to using that here soonish. I gotta rework some things and stuff like that. But for right now, I use on my Windows machine. I have two machines. I have two laptops. I have a Windows laptop, which is what I use to stream on because the programs to stream on are much better on Windows than they are on Mac. So I prefer to stream on Windows and then edit on a Mac. Um, it's just a personal preference. It's just, I know Final Cut Pro better than I do this program, which is DaVinci Resolve. I know everybody and their brother uses Adobe Premiere. I hate it. It's crappy. I mean, no, it's not it's not a crappy software. It's a good software, but because Adobe is mismanages it, you know, yeah, it's crap. It freezes all the time. Rendering takes hours on it. It's just, yeah, I'm impatient. I am terribly, terribly impatient. So I can't stand waiting. My brain moves faster sometimes than the machine does. So, go me. Mm, so yeah, no stream activity. I kind of figured nobody'd be watching, but that's okay. We're good. I'm used to that kind of thing. So we probably won't stream for too long tonight because, you know, it's first real live stream on YouTube. Yes, that was my leg. Like I said, I'm sitting on a couch drinking wine, chatting with nobody in particular. Not playing a game tonight, so I might next time I set up a stream, which again I'm gonna try and stream regular again. Once kids go back to school, they'll be going back to school this week on Thursday, so you know you're in the fireworks. They're setting off fireworks already around my house. Oh man, yep. Do 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 do. Ooh. Anybody out there doing? Yeah, I'm wearing my Zobi shirt today. You know, eh, and if you're new, because I had a whole bunch of subscribers come along within the last month. Not a whole lot. In my book, it was a lot. It was four. Well, was six. I lost two. Probably from the Silence of the Lambs video, which was friggin' hard to make. Thank you very much. That was bad, man. That took me 2 weeks to get that thing done. I know it didn't look like it because, it looked, for me, the best edits, the best fan videos are deceptively simple. I mean, they're just, yeah, that was, wow. That was, phew. But yeah, it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorites that I've done. Not the favorite. Um, I think my favorite that I've done, as far as fan edits goes, is in the or I think I have like what 4 or 5 of them. Up on I have a playlist. You can go check it out if you want. I think my absolute favorite would be one of, I'm not sure, I think the second Things one I did, the more third season focused one, which was, but it's like focused on the last episode, really, the Battle of Starcourt, um, mostly for the elements into it. I think that one is one of my favorites, and that one came with a heavy learning curve because that's the first one that I did, on DaVinci. I was still learning how to do DaVinci Resolve with that. So I just, I had an idea that popped into my head, which is how all of them start, really. I had an idea of what popped into my head, and yeah. In fact, I have one here on my phone. It's Game of Thrones related. Gotta turn my volume back on my phone here. Let's see if I can find it here on my phone. It's a Game of Thrones one related, and it was a Tyrion focused one, but I never finished it. Let's see if I can find it. Because I started it like, is that it? No, that's something else. I started it and I never finished it. I got about 30 seconds into it. Here, let's pause it. Let's see if we can. I hate the new thing that they did with this. Oh, now you're not going to work. I see. No. No, stop it. Stop it. Okay, there we go. No. Technology and me tonight does not seem to be working. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see here. Woo. Must be one of my kids in the bedroom. I'm probably going to be. Maybe I'll see that. Was that the glare? Probably not. Oh, that was just the. What? Was that just the. Oh, wrong one. Okay. I was doing the wrong one. Okay, here we go. This is the right one. I added that fire and this sound effect. Yeah, I only did about 30 seconds of it. And even that took a long time. It takes hours and hours to do, And I mean, I won't lie, it does get a bit discouraging at times, you know. I try not to let it get to me because, you work hours and sometimes weeks on some stuff, and just a lot of them I put like 20, 30 hours into, and I know it doesn't look like it, but and it kind of is discouraging sometimes when you look and you've got like 12 views, and I share it, but nobody really cares, and it stings a little bit, but it is what it is, and I don't want to ever force anybody to view anything, to subscribe. I'm not about that. I never want anybody to feel that they have to donate, even though there's links in the description to donate if you so choose. Um, I never want anybody to do that. Um, if you want to subscribe, and you please do. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And probably that mentality is probably what's stopping me from having more. I don't really know. It is what it is. And I've learned to live with it. I've built up a nice small little community. Um, and I thank each and every one of you who does view anything. Um, you know, it helps. It helps. It's encouraging. Comments are great too. I love comments. Um, like I said, it does get a bit discouraging at times. I won't lie. Sometimes you feel like you're a little bit left out of things, of the fold. Um, there are days, and I don't really talk about it too often. I'm an unmedicated depressive because I can't afford the medication, you know. So I get into these really black moods, and there are days when where it gets it'll get to you. It'll get to you. And there are days where you sit and you feel like, wow, I'm not enough. You know, you just work really hard on something, and to have no acknowledgement, it hurts. But I think, and I was in a really bad place last year. It was an awful time last year. And I let it get to me a little bit too much sometimes last year. But I think this year I was in a much better place. Um, Definitely going into 2020. I'm in a really, really better, really, really good place, I think. Um, it's looking good. It's looking better. It's looking much better. But there are days where you look and where you read and you're like, oh, okay, thanks for that, shitty comment, and things like that. But you know, don't don't spread hate, spread love. You know, don't if you don't like something, give a thumbs down and move on. Sending a shitty comment to somebody is just, you never know what their day is, or what they're going through, and what that could do to them. It's a comment has sent me spiraling more than once lately, and but you know, like I said, all good vibes from here on out. We're not letting that shit affect us anymore. 2020 is going to be the year of good vibes. Good vibes only. Oh my. I don't think I've talked this much since, ever. I'm not even buzzed. And I know I'm acting like, I'm drunk, but I don't really talk to people that much. I don't really talk. I'm an introvert, a terrible introvert. I'd rather stay home and read a book than go anywhere. But yeah, I'd like to get more into vlogging. I mean, I would like to, but you know, my life's not that interesting. I don't have the money to travel. I mean, I will be next year. Next year I'm going to next year we're going on another cruise, so I'll be vlogging that. Excuse me. I'm working on getting a new GoPro. The Hero 8s are finally within a decent price. I do have a GoPro, but it's a 4, and honestly, it's time for an upgrade. So I'll be doing so, for next year for that trip, because we're going for 8 days instead of 4 this time. So double the amount of time. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Um, really, really looking forward to it. We're going to the Coco Cays and Cayman Islands, I think. Bahamas or Cayman Islands. I'm not really sure. Yeah. So I'll be getting a new camera, a new handy cam, a new Sony. This one I'll be able to attach an external mic, which will be so nice, because the one I use now, I cannot attach an external mic to it, so I have to so any audio issues I have to always fix in post. So like, if the audio is too low or something, I have to sit and fiddle with it in post, and I just hate doing audio. Hate it. It's crappy. so I'm working on that. So, and that whole setup that I would like to get for that will probably, with the extra battery and the shotgun mic, I don't know, maybe I might even go for a lavalier mic, who knows. Um, it'll probably set me back about 1200 or so, not including the GoPro, which is about 350, plus all the mounts and stuff for that. So you got that. So probably looking at a good 1500 there just in video equipment alone. But for me, it's worth it because I like technology and crap. But I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm not practiced in this at all. Mm. Uh, but I probably what I will do here this starting this year is I keep saying that I'm gonna do coffee reviews. I have all the graphics and stuff set up for it. I just haven't done anything with it. Um, yeah, I have everything set up for it. I just haven't done anything with it right now, because I'm not sure how to proceed with it. Um, it's been on my agenda for at least a year, because one of my most popular videos, I don't know how, is a really shitty coffee review. I mean, it's terrible. It's 20 minutes long over like 4 days, and it's god awful. I don't know why it's so popular. It's got like, I don't know, 1.2, I mean, it's 1.2K views. It's like, why is this popular? It's terrible, but there's no accounting for taste. And some of my other most popular videos are actually grocery hauls. Surprisingly, people seem to really, really like those, which is funny to me, because that is like the most mom thing ever. That is like the most mommy vlogger thing ever, is a grocery haul. But people seem to enjoy them. So, and they're quick, they're easy. So I just might do it. I just might do a couple more, a lot more of those. You know, um, probably keep them to monthly or twice a month. I'm not gonna fill up, but but you can't be a YouTube channel without content, and that's content. So um, I may do some more toy hunts. I'm not really quite sure about that yet. My area is really crappy as far as toy hunting goes. As far as Targets and Walmart, forget it. Um, Walmart's like crap. Um, I mean, we do have a pretty decent mall that has like an FYE, a Spencer's, and all that. So I might do that. I might not. There's another pretty popular horror YouTuber who actually lives in my area. Horror. I don't know. Some of you guys may be subscribed to him. Some of you may not. Horror in me um, actually lives in the same area I do. Um, Not quite the same area. He's a little bit more further out than me. We probably live about maybe, I don't know, within 15, 20 miles from each other. It's kind of it's kind of surreal every time I watch one of his videos and see a place that I happen to frequent. The mall that he goes to is my mall, is the mall that I've been going to since I was a little kid. Um, so so it's kind of fun um, when I browse YouTube a lot, and where I come across people who either other locals or who are visiting. Like um, it's funny. I came across um pretty popular YouTuber, travel YouTuber. I forget his name now, and I don't feel like pulling out my phone to check it. Was actually going around. He's from Canada, Toronto, I think. Um, Came down and was going to like travel truck stops. So it was kind of surreal to see him go to one of my local truck stops. I live in a pretty it's semi where I live is semi-rural, but it's in some three major hot spots, some three major touristy spots. So it's kind of fun to watch people, not locals come, but especially with that was kind of surreal to see somebody come to a Love's truck stop that your husband parks his big rig at, you know, and you pick them up from, and yeah, it's kind of surreal actually. It's really surreal. Um, Man, I'm running out of things to talk about. That's kind of funny, really funny. Oh, this is kind of sad. Sitting here talking to myself. Well, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. One day I'll get up over 100 subscribers, and we'll all sit here and chat and drink together and stuff like that. Hmm, that's funny. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm putting together a box, surprise box for Daryl, Mr. Halfgeek. He knows one of the things that's in it because I asked him if he still wanted it, but there's like a bunch of other stuff in it that amuse me and that, I think he'll like. And yeah, I'm just sending it out to send it out. No real reason, to be honest. I just, some, I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to stuff like that. I give stuff away. I don't, I undersell stuff horribly for way undervalue. I just don't want to rip people off, you know. And I guess that just comes from, wanting people to like me. Oh, yeah. I come from an abusive past. What can I say? Excuse me. I do. I come from a terribly abusive past. It's terrible. I don't talk to any of my family. Hardly ever. My mom and my grandparents are really the only family that I'm in contact with, and they're just lucky that I talk to them, really. But no, I'm the only two other close relatives that I kept in contact with. They died last year. Um, my dad from a sudden heart attack. He passed in his sleep. I mean, it was probably his sixth heart attack, so it wasn't a shock to anybody. And then my aunt last year from cancer. Last March, actually, she's coming up almost a year for that. Um, we finally, right before Black Friday, like the week, like 2 weeks before Black Friday, we finally closed on my dad's estate. That took over a year, almost 18 months for that. Yeah, yeah, because he died in June 2018, so over a year. Oh, I'm sorry, no, July. No, yeah, yeah, no, June. He died in June, so 2018. So, and that was a really hard time. That was hard to get through. Not that I had any great love for my father, because I don't. I hate the man. I can't stand the man, and and it got even worse after he died, because he did some really really shitty things. He left. Come to find out that um the money that was supposed to go to me and my sister, which was about a $500,000. He had taken out. He had supposedly, well, he did, in an account with $500,000 that was supposed to go to me and my sister, split between us. So 350 each. Or yeah, no, 250 each. Excuse me, 250 each. So we were supposed to get that. He drained every bit of that, bit by bit, for his own purposes. He bought himself a car. He and he did it over a period of time. It wasn't all at once. He trickled it out over a period of time. So he bought all kinds of computer equipment, which is why I had no guilt keeping any of it. I felt guilty. I did not feel guilty at all keeping any of it. I was like, screw you, I'm keeping it. You know. So, because that's what he bought. He bought servers. He bought. I mean, it was just so much computer equipment. It was just insane to go through that stuff. I mean, and he, I mean, everybody's got a hobby, and whatever. But he used to fly. He used to build and fly model planes. Well, he had at least 2 dozen model planes in his shed. I mean, just at least. I mean, and he didn't even do it anymore, you know? And he he'd buy all kinds of gifts for his girlfriend, and they'd be going to concert tickets, and all blah, blah, blah. And he'd never even get a birthday present or a Christmas present for his own grandkids, for his own grandkids. And he owed like 20, he never paid he didn't pay taxes for like 2, 3 years. And he owed like $20,000 back taxes, which is part of why we had to, get it took so long to get settled. But he didn't even, he left like a lot of money to his ex-girlfriend. She wasn't even a girlfriend anymore. She was an ex, which whatever, he can do whatever he wants. But I tell you what, man, I was bitter as hell for like the longest time, because in the end, after everything was said and done, she probably got around, I want to say 100,000 easy. My sister and I got $4,000 each. $4,000. Right? Out of originally 500,000 split between us. Yeah. Yeah. It's to say I was bitter for a very long time is an understatement. So, and that $4,000 went to bills, because I did the adult thing, except for $600 of that, or no, 1,500. I'm sorry. I kept 1,500 for myself. 600 went to, which is how much all the Zobi Black Friday stuff ran me, was about $600. So, because I was like, screw it, I'm treating myself. Screw you all. So about 600 of that went to Black Friday Zobi stuff and Mintech stuff, and then about 400 or so went to Christmas presents for the kids, and a bunch of it went to groceries and stuff. I filled up my freezers and stuff, and then the rest of it just stayed in the accounts, and yeah. But I couldn't, yeah, when I first found his will, man, I couldn't believe that shit. Yeah. It was a bad time. It was a real bad time. So, parents, don't screw your kids over like that. I mean, leave your money wherever you want, but don't write down in your will one thing and then go and do another, like spend all your money on like computer, or take the money out of the account and spend it on computer equipment and a new car and all that shit, and leave the account drained of nothing and don't even bother to change your will. Yeah, I couldn't even keep the car. I had to sell the car to pay for the funeral. Yeah. Yeah. How's that shit? I had to sell the car. Couldn't even do that. Had to do that to pay for the funeral. That's some shit, isn't it? That's some real shit. We had a pretty shitty year last year. Really shitty year. My aunt, when she passed, that was easy. Well, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't a shock either. Cancer is a bitch. That was her second bout of cancer. She'd have been in the hospital for like a month, with pneumonia type symptoms and stuff, and she pretty much just gave up. It came on really quick. It was a shock to everyone, because I had just visited her the day before and she seemed all right. So we're thinking that she got some bad news in between when I saw her the day before, and then the next day is when everything went down and she passed. Because I mean, excuse me, like I said, it went really, really quick. So really quick. Hey, 5 minutes until midnight. Cheers, everybody. But yeah. So she was really easy because she had nothing. So and I had she had already moved out of the house, and because she was disabled, and she was waiting on Section 8 because um and she died waiting for housing. She lived in a hotel, the same hotel that I worked at. That's how I got a job. That's how I got that job. It was I was at the hotel so much helping her that I was paying. I was going in and paying the rent and stuff for the hotel room, and the owner was talking to me, and he was like, you know anybody who needs a job? And I'm like, well, yeah, sort of, yeah, I sort of kind of do, and we got to talking, and that's how I got that job. But I will not ever go back to that job. That was a job that I walked from, and I will never ever ever go back to that job. He's called me like a couple of times trying to get me to come back, and I won't do it. I just won't do it. It was a terrible job. It was detrimental to my mental health. It was the worst job ever. Um small sketchy looking hotel, um in a tourist town. So, they once the bigger, nicer hotels filled up, they didn't have much choice. Um, Tourist trap town. It wasn't a good mix. It was not a good mix at all. You know. I mean, I miss it sort of. The only thing that I missed was because he was such a terrible boss. He'd leave me there by myself. There would be no one in the office to check people in or check people out. Yeah, I didn't do that, but you know, he'd tell people to leave the key in the box, and off they went. And that's where he'd leave the keys for people to check in too. There would be absolutely nobody in the front desk to check people in. It was crazy. Um, he'd leave me alone there. There were days where he didn't even show up. So I could have not showed up, not cleaned a single room, and he wouldn't notice the difference because he wasn't even there. Um, it was a terrible job. It was, I mean, that was the only thing that I missed about that was how terrible of a boss. He was that terrible of a boss that I had. I think that's the most freedom on any job that I have ever had. Seriously. I could do whatever I wanted there within reason. I'm a good worker, and I keep to myself, and I never stole anything. I never rifled through guest rooms. I never looked did anything I wasn't supposed to. I never picked anything up that I wasn't supposed to. I just went in, cleaned the room, and got the hell out. I never did anything untoward, but boy, do I have some horror stories of that place. That place was a bit horrifying. Hmm. But I think I'm gonna end this here at midnight. We got about one more minute until the new year rings in. I do need to go to bed at some point because I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. Not interesting stuff, you know. Just take my husband back to work and then go to my grandparents' house. They're in their. Oh, there goes some fireworks. I see them out my window. They're letting them off a little early. Um, my grandparents are in their 90s, or no, late 80s now. So they're not going to be around too much longer. They're going through their house. They're probably going to be selling their house soon. And then they're looking at retirement homes. You know, it is what it is. Can't stay around forever. And I think I'd much rather them go from old age than, from something as terrible as cancer or heart attack like my dad. Although my dad, we all saw that coming, although not suddenly and in a sleep like that. I mean, it was, yeah. I was just like 6'1". He had like three open heart surgeries before that, like a couple stents put in, and he never really followed doctor's orders or anything like that. He never stopped smoking. He never quit eating bad. That's another thing I need to work on really, really hard. And maybe I'll share that, maybe I won't, because weight loss stuff um, gets trolled pretty heavily. So I might share it, I might not. Who knows? We'll see. But I have about 30 pounds that I need to get off of me because it's getting to be too much. So, but I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. So thank you for joining me. If anybody did enjoy me, and like, subscribe if you'd like to. I do have a couple packages coming. I do have the new Fright Pack coming. I have a couple of shirts. Well, one shirt coming from Cavity Colors. That I may unbox. Unbox on camera. I'm not really sure. Not really sure yet whether I'm gonna do that or not. I might do a YouTube rewind type thing video. I don't know. That's gonna be more editing than I probably really want to put into it. We'll see. But thank you all for coming, and I'll catch you later. Bye.